Welcome down to the team store here at Empower Field at Mile High. This is a incredibly momentous day for us here in Broncos history. After 27 years, we're introducing finally a full uniform closet rebrand. A lot of time and effort has gone into this. I think chiefly really thankful to ownership, Greg and Carrie, who've ushered this along the way since its very beginning. This is a project we've worked on since really 2022. And it's been a labor of love across the entire organization, certainly led on a day-to-day basis by our Chief Marketing Officer, Haley Sullivan, but a number of staff across various departments, business and football. Sean and George involved. We had a number of players give us a lot of feedback. Obviously, our fans were central to this. We surveyed our fans in the fall of 2022. We had over 10,000 responses to our survey from their fans. I think one of the things that was really stood out was that we had 3/4 of the responses from that fan base said they wanted change. They wanted a new uniform. So that was really important for us and drove us during this process. We wanted change. We wanted something, though, that was authentic to Denver, Colorado, this region. You'll see that in the design elements throughout the uniform, something that reflected on and appreciated our past. We stand on the shoulders of giants for sure, but also was really looking forward, something that was modern, a fresh take on our brand. Same color, same logo, but really a modern and fresh take. So we're really excited about it. You'll notice throughout it, obviously, the shoulder patch, the mountains there, you'll see that. A little design item I love in that is the angle of the mountain pulled from the jaw of the logo on the horse's head. Certainly those triangles throughout representing the summit markers that you notice around Colorado for those of you hikers out there. And then 5280, we're certainly proud of that. That's part of our brand. It's part of our advantage on the field. So we wanted to put that on the front bumpers of the helmet, make sure our opponents remembered where they were playing on a home game here, but also throughout the uniform. So something we're really excited about. And of course, the fan base definitely, while majority of them wanted to keep the same logo, these are uniforms and a logo and color we won 3 Super Bowls in, so a lot of support for that. But also, I think pretty closely right behind that was the amount of support for throwback uniforms, the old D, the old colors. I think we did a really great job working with Nike on creating something that was really authentic and true to that 1977 Orange Crush era, but really with a modern chassis. You notice that right now looks really, really good. You see a lot of the photos of our players. They look good. We're really excited about how they're going to look on the field during the season. Just a great, really collaborative process across the organization. Our fan feedback has been great. Appreciated their support all along on Twitter and Instagram. It's been fun to follow along and finally be able to release it today. So really excited. But I'll take questions now.
Damani, in regards to the throwback uniform, having Randy involved as part of that, just what role did he play? What did it mean to you guys to have him be part of that launch?
Yeah, I think once early on we knew we wanted throwbacks to be a part of the uniform. Our next goal was to be as historically accurate and authentic as possible. Randy's been great all along, talking to us, meeting with our staff, telling us stories about that 1977 season. I read that Terry Fry book just to get myself updated on what was going on with that season. And then being able to feature him in the video with Pat was really special.
You mentioned that. What have you noticed from the social media comments and feedback so far today?
We knew going into this, the feedback was going to be mixed. I'd say I was pleasantly surprised, not mathematic at this point, but certainly seems more than half of the sentiment online has been positive. So that's been really exciting.
You mentioned that players suggested ideas. What were kind of some of the ideas they had and what was implemented from their suggestions?
Yeah, really a part of the entire design process. So we started this with Nike. You start out, they ask you a lot of questions about your team, about your brand, your city, your region, and then you start to iterate on a monthly, bi-monthly basis in some cases, different design elements, and being able to share that feedback with players, coaches, staff, around the department, around the office, and really get feedback. And so different things. I think what Nike really pushed us on was don't feel like you have to wholesale say I like or don't like an entire uniform. There could be certain elements of it you like and they carry that forward, or that you want to tweak, and they integrate that as well.
You mentioned in the press release that you, Carrie, and others took a trip to Nike. How beneficial was that? How involved in the uniform?
Yeah, all the way ownership really drove this process, played a critical role in it. It was great going to Nike. Beautiful campus, by the way, but also great to go out there and spend time with them and their designers. I think when you start to see it in person, one, you start to get a real sense of just like the feel and look of it. Different pieces, jersey number shapes, things like that, but also it takes it out of a Zoom environment into an in-person environment. A lot of the design team from Nike was present in those meetings, and we spent half a day in there meeting, talking about our brand, but also walking around campus and just getting a sense of their own creative design process and trying to infuse that in ours.
Is there any element of the fan base that's kind of harped on online that has been maybe a surprise to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not surprised the fans really love the throwbacks. You hear that sentiment of we wish we had the throwbacks permanently. I love the throwbacks as well, but I also love the modern take on our brand in uniform and colors. I think we have a good mix. We'll be able to wear those throwbacks up to 3 times, including with our alternate jerseys. So that group of uniforms up to 3 times during the season. So I think fans will be excited. When we roll those out, the schedule will come out, and we'll start working on the uniform schedule. We'll be really excited when they see it. Yeah, I think that was a good push from Nike. When we started saying we wanted this to be authentic to our city, state, and region, they started pulling in a bunch of just references, visual references for us. And I think the push from them was saying, hey, there's a lot you can do with triangles. Some are subtle, some are integrated. So I think that was really exciting. When we started to see how those could be put into play, got really exciting.
You mentioned all the fans really enjoying the throwback uniforms. Was there ever a thought of having those be not just an alternate, but the actual uniform? And like you said,
Yeah, that was one of the early sort of design pillars that we had. We said we wanted a modern, fresh, new uniform. We wanted to keep the same colors. We wanted to keep the same logo. Like I said, the feedback from fans, majority wanted to keep the same logo and colors. So we didn't entertain those as a primary closet item, really hardly at all.
Damani, and really give thoughts too on just being able to interchange the pants, the uniform set. How big of an aspect was that in terms of what you guys were looking for?
Yeah, 10-4-3. Go for it. Go for it.
So we're really excited about the interchangeability. It really showcases the versatility of this closet. So 3 numbers to remember: 10, 4, and 3. 10 combinations across all 4 jerseys, all 4 pants. 4 new jerseys, 4 new pants, 3 new helmets. So it really showcases a lot of flexibility, a lot of versatility, especially as we gear towards the new schedule.
Anything else?
Decide which one to wear when.
Yeah, so we will. So the schedule will come out at some point here in the middle of May, and then we'll work over the course of the summer. And we typically release the actual uniform schedule closer to the start of the season. We'll make as a department, we'll make our initial recommendations. We'll share those with Coach for the final blessing. We did that last year, gave him, here's what our thoughts were, a couple tweaks here and there from him, and then we run with it. I think what'll be interesting this year is the pants. Typically, we would just focus on the jersey, but with all that versatility, it'll be interesting incorporating the pants, which pants we wear with which jerseys.
So under the new ownership group, you've redone the stadium a bit. You've announced a new practice facility, new uniforms. What's next in the newness category?
We're on the move, aren't we? We got a lot of things going on, and it's really exciting. I think a lot of the things that we are doing, teams do over the course of a decade. I think that's a tremendous compliment to our ownership group, who's excited, energetic, incredibly engaged, has a long list of things they want us to focus on. I'm sure there'll be something for me in my email box when I get back.
It's been 26, 27 years.
27.
27. I mean, why now? What got you thinking now to do this?
Well, I think the fans primarily. I think we heard that early on when I first started. I think that was the second question in my opening press conference was about uniforms. I hear it quite frequently on social media from fans. I think there was a lot of interest. And I think now is a great moment with a new ownership group coming in, with a fresh set of eyes on the organization, wanting to move it forward, wanting to modernize things. I think the uniform is just one component of that.
how long do you want these uniforms to last? You mentioned it's been 27 years of the last one.
Yeah, we certainly didn't come into this with the idea that these would be our uniforms forever. We didn't put a date on it either. So we love them right now. I think we're going to love them for a while, and then we'll see.